Gracie Abrams. You've heard the name, but do you really know her story? How did she go from writing songs in her bedroom to earning the admiration of the biggest names in the music industry? What secret does she hide behind her heartbreaking lyrics? And why did Taylor Swift handpick her for one of the biggest tours in history? There's something about Gracie that sets her apart. Something deeper, something unexpected. But what is it? Stay with me, because once you uncover the truth, you'll never see her the same way again. Gracie Abrams, a name that has been echoing through the music industry, capturing hearts and leaving an undeniable mark. But who really is she? How did she rise from being a girl with a diary full of lyrics to a sensation that even some of the biggest artists admire? What's the secret behind her deeply emotional music that seems to speak directly to the soul? If you think you know her story, think again, because there's a lot more to Gracie Abrams than meets the eye. Born into a world of storytelling, Gracie was surrounded by creativity from the very beginning. Her father, J.J. Abrams, is a well-known filmmaker, famous for directing blockbuster movies and television series. Growing up in such an environment, it would have been easy to assume that she might follow in his footsteps. But Gracie had something else in mind. She found her voice, not in directing, but in music, expressing her deepest thoughts through lyrics that felt like pages torn from her personal journal. But was it just talent? Or was there something more that made her songs resonate with millions? Her journey into music wasn't one of overnight success. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Gracie started by sharing her music online, quietly building a fan base that connected with her raw and unfiltered emotions. The way she writes, the way she sings, it feels personal. Almost as if she's whispering secrets into the ears of her listeners. But what made her stand out in a world filled with countless singer-songwriters? How did she manage to turn late-night thoughts into melodies that millions relate to? Gracie's breakthrough came when she released her debut project, which wasn't just an album, it was an emotional experience. Every song carried a weight, every lyric painted a picture of heartbreak, love, and self-discovery. And it wasn't long before her talent caught attention. But here's where things get interesting. Unlike many rising artists, Gracie didn't just attract fans, she gained admirers within the music world. And one of them was none other than Taylor Swift. Yes, Taylor Swift herself acknowledged Gracie's talent, even inviting her to open on one of the biggest tours in the world. But how did a young artist, still in the early years of her career, manage to impress someone as legendary as Taylor? It's not just about the music. Gracie Abrams has something rare. An ability to make people feel something deep, something real. She doesn't rely on flashy visuals or over-the-top production. Her strength lies in her vulnerability, the way she lets listeners into her world, making them feel like they're not alone in their emotions. But what is it about her lyrics that make them feel so intimate? What's the secret behind her ability to turn simple words into something that lingers in the mind long after the song ends? But here's something most people don't know about Gracie. Despite her growing success, she still battles with self-doubt. In interviews, she has openly spoken about feeling uncertain about her music, questioning if people would even care. And yet, every time she releases a song, the world listens. Her ability to be honest about her insecurities is exactly what makes her so powerful. But how does she continue to push forward despite these doubts? What drives her to keep writing, keep singing, and keep putting her heart into every song? And then there's the question of what's next. Gracie Abrams has already accomplished so much, yet it feels like she's just getting started. With a fan base that continues to grow, industry legends supporting her, and a talent that only deepens with time. Where does she go from here? Will she evolve her sound, experiment with new styles, or will she stay true to the deeply personal music that made her famous in the first place? The journey of Gracie Abrams is far from over, and the most exciting part? We're all witnessing it unfold in real time. If you thought you knew everything about her, there's always more to discover. What's the next chapter in her story? One thing is for sure, whatever it is, it's going to be worth watching.